Tsunami, tsunami, tsunami. NERDSoul. Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, we coming with another wonderful episode of On Screen. Man, oh man, we are coming to the end of this season, only 10 episodes. And I know I'm a little bit behind, but let's talk about episode 8 of Runaways. And before I get started on anything, let's go on and talk about the fact that the Pride has their own special word, which is tsunami, which is something that I think every crew should have out there. Like you and your friends right now, if you got a group of like you and 3 other friends or something, you guys should have a special word that if you text this word out, everybody comes. Like, because tsunami is one of those words the whole squad showed up. Now, of course, it was for some underhanded, evil, and corrupt dealings. But yours can be for more, nicer, less nefarious activities. Like you could text out Care Bears or something, and then everybody would squad up and help you donate to the homeless or something. But back to these guys, they're forming up, of course, because Chase's daddy got shot. And honestly, I'm not even mad about it. I mean, the dude deserved it. I mean, he deserved at least 1 bullet for all them years of craziness that he put his family through. I mean, at least that's worth probably 2 bullets. Now, I'm not saying he should be dead, but maybe just a bullet like in the thigh or something, you know what I'm saying? Just hit him just a little bit. And this episode, due to this tragedy or this occurrence, ends up being one of the funniest episodes of the season due to the parents. When we get to the fact of, Victor needing a replacement as far as like life energy or whatever, and they gotta sacrifice somebody, and then they're all fighting about who's useless, who's not, who doesn't bring any value, why don't we take someone else, why don't we choose you, that is hilarious to me, because we end up devolving into kind of like school children at that moment. Because of course, you have a situation where, lives are on the line and nobody wants to die for Victor, because even though they want to save Victor, all of them in the back of their mind know Victor isn't worth saving. And we get some cool revelations within this, which is the beef between Janet and Tina that's been going on for a while, and it's of course come to a head because of this cheating mess. And Tina always looking down on Janet for being like the housewife or whatever, or the stay-at-home mom. And, Janet being like, don't sleep. Just because I'm a stay-at-home mom doesn't mean I'm not brilliant. I managed my husband, I held down the house. I could have, did, NASA stuff or science stuff or biology stuff. I don't know what they're doing, but she could have did that, but I chose to stay at home. Tina, don't get it twisted. And Tina was like, look, first thing, I'll kill everybody up in here with my staff, and I'm a snitch on y'all to Jonah. And to Tina, I have to say, girl, do your thing. And also to Tina, I have to say, girl, stop snitching. Also to the parents, I have to give love to Jeff Wilder. He rolled her with that gun real smooth. Even his wife was like, look, let's see what's going to happen before we start pulling guns on folks. But when it was needed, he came out of the blue with it. Gert's daddy was trying to hold a gun on everybody. He didn't even know how to use a gun. Yo, Papa Wilder came out with the heat and put it right to his neck. Yo, straight, I gotta give them props. I mean, they're evil and they're bad, but at the same time, I gotta give props where props is due. You know what I'm saying? The guy was unhinged. He could have shot anybody, and he sort of, to a certain degree, saved the day. Now, lastly, I wanna talk about this love thing between Janet, Tina, and of course, Tina's husband, who shouldn't be named. Okay, we'll name him, Robert. But the bottom line is, he's kind of simping, but at the same time, it's like, for love, he would die for the woman he loved. And in all this craziness that's going on, and of course, the parents being stupid and the parents being funny at the same time, blaming each other for not being worth, staying alive and being worthy of a sacrifice, you get to see Tina's reaction to how far he would go for Janet and how much he cares for Janet as opposed to her. And like I said, look, when Tina cried, it kind of got to her brother because we all know Tina is evil. So for her to dredge up some tears out of them eyeballs kind of touched the brother. But it hurts to see Tina hurt over this because I know that's gotta be deep. Because not only have you treated your husband and child so bad that they don't really want to be around you, but now he would much rather sacrifice his life for her than live with you. Now, of course, we got a whole bunch of stuff with the kids to talk about, and we're gonna get to it right in a second. But of course, first, KURO brand gonna help us pay them bills. Oh yeah, that's right. Check yourself a shirt, a hat, a hoodie, all that stuff in the link below for KURObrand.com. Once you find something you like, cop it. Now let's get to the kids. I ain't gonna touch on them too long, but let's talk about Molly and her new home. First thing, Molly, let me break this down to you. You don't sneak out the house the second your parent leaves the room. All right, this is the deal. All right, look, kids, if you're watching the show, don't sneak out your house. This is only for Molly. Molly, if you're gonna sneak out your house, when your mom leaves the room, you got to give it 15 to 30 minutes. Because you never know if she's gonna come back and be like, oh, by the way. If she comes back with some, oh, by the way, and you're like creeping out the window like, ooh, you're gonna get caught. You're gonna get in trouble. Molly, look, your sneaking out game needs to step up. Now, as far as Chase, I need you to be a little more cool under pressure. Now, I know that's your dad. I know you love your dad, but your dad's crazy. And I think self-realization and being a realist about the situation itself is something that you need to grasp onto. Your dad deserved a bullet, and I'm not too mad that your dad is dying, and neither should you be. Now, I know it's your dad, and you're like, yo, my dad, he's still my dad, but your dad has been beating on you and beating on your mom for years. It's not like he didn't have this bullet coming. And my words to Alex and Nico, look, y'all can get past this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all love each other. Y'all feeling each other. Go on and make that bond stronger. Don't let your parents tear y'all apart. Don't let what happened with your sister, Nico, tear you apart. The parents are the villains. Your enemy ain't in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to bond and be stronger. You and Alex can become a force, driving back the evil, which is Jonah and the pride. But speaking of that, we had the laptop come through and we finally got the information that we needed. The only thing is what I've been alluding to in the last episodes, which is some of the kids are starting to side with the parents slightly, and maybe we shouldn't just throw them in jail. And now we're dealing with a situation where there's a split and a division between the kids, which makes for great storytelling, but makes it frustrating for me because I was like, oh man, we almost had it. But of course, Chase breaks the laptop. You know, Karolina isn't too mad because Karolina's like, well, you know, my dad might be able to help us. And I don't know where that leaves us as a unit when it comes to the kids, which makes this great to see what happens in episode 9. Now, of course, guys, I'm not sure what you picked out on this episode. What was your greatest moment? What you thought was the funniest? For me, it was Tina stepping up and stepping out and be like, yeah, I snitched on y'all. Yeah, I called Jonah. But there's a lot to love about this episode. So, of course, holla at me. I'ma holla at you. Down in them comments, let's talk about, of course, Hulu's Marvel Runaways episode 8. There's a lot to get into, and I really want to know what you think about the kids now that they seem to be slightly fractured. And also, what's the deal with that VHS and what's on that VHS? That might be proof that, you know, the pride is still evil and then the laptop isn't a total loss. So of course, before I bounce, I gotta tell you guys to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right, check me out right there. All my videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt player. And don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right, there's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, boy, laptops are not that durable. Handle with care. Peace.